Gotta go. Girl talk.
Boom! Hard in. Welcome everyone to Gotham City tonight. I am back in British Columbia, Canada. As you can see behind me, this is what it looks like outside. It's beautiful. And with me, Alex Brewer, Mr. Fan Plastic 4.
Yeah.
A lot of fans.
How's it going, Ryan? Four. Yeah, I mean, it's an appropriate name for this year, the year of the Fantastic Four movie.
Well, and they joined the Rivals update on.
Oh
Friday.
Yeah, I saw that. I've yet to play Rivals, but I want to. I want to.
Yeah. How about get on that so that we can play together? That'd be great.
Yeah.
We
can used to play a lot of Overwatch.
Oh, well, then you'll fit right in. You just gotta pick your
I used to play Overwatch
and
and think like, if only this was like X-Men and Marvel, like that would fit so well.
Dude, that's exactly what it is. And it's way more fun because of that. The 30 plus characters makes it great too.
Yeah, all the powers and stuff, like, FPS plus superpowers, like that's a great combo.
Yeah, no, it is great. It is great. Also, wanted to do a big shout out to all our friends down in California. I hope you are staying safe. We got a lot of friends in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Whether they're in the toy industry or just movie industry or just friends we just know from along the way. Hope everyone's staying safe. I was sending a lot of texts this morning.
Yeah,
I didn't even really know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I had some friends have to evacuate their area, and a lot of friends and colleagues affected. And if you're watching this and you're affected by the fires as well, we're thinking of you, and stay safe out there.
Yep, stay safe. Yeah, please. That first and foremost. There's nothing. Save yourself. Save your cat or your pets.
Yeah,
your toys can stay. Your toys can stay put, but it's pretty. It's scary. And the pictures are super scary. But let's say a quick howdy do to the chat, and then we're gonna get rolling with some pickups, and then we're gonna talk some Batman music. I'm glad you had this idea, because otherwise we were gonna talk about Mr. Freeze toys, and God only knows there's been enough talk about that already on the internet.
The Bill Hader toy.
That's right. Video Power Gaming is here. Mr. Stephen Lawrence. Yes, I do think it's an awesome topic. Stanley Eberhard is here. Oh, my dude. Johnny Cock is here as well. Andrew's Gady's Toys. Be sure to go follow him on Instagram and on YouTube and all that stuff. He's doing God's work. Doing Cops.
I hope he got this. I hope he got this book. Another plug for for this book.
Stop it. Matt Bush is here. Everyone is gonna have to tune in. I got a sweet Matt Bush pickup. We're gonna look at that on Toy Anxiety next week. So just be prepared. Johnny Disco is here. Date is here. My boy, Professor of Ricketts, Mr. Bionic Funk, Chad Stewart, Derek Hoover, Luis Ballesteros. I was so close at one point, and I feel like I've completely lost it. I blame the holidays. Mr. Topher Khan is here as well. Let's see who we got. Bat Bomb 82. Yeah, SoCal is scary. Right now, the winds and fires are really affecting so many people. It is. So I'm hoping that everything gets under control, because apparently the winds and all that stuff are supposed to pick up again on Friday. So hopefully we can get some of that fire under control before all of that. Toy Anxiety is here. Hello. YHS. No, it should be one or the other. It can't be both Toy Anxiety and YHS. Because if you go on the YHS Instagram, if you ever noticed this, you go on the YHS Instagram, it's just YHS. It's just the three. You go on YHS Clips, it's just the three. It's not Toy Anxiety should just be its own thing.
Yeah.
Let me know in the chat. Sound off in the chat if you agree.
I also love how this font is making everything everyone's saying look like a tattoo, look like a tramp stamp or something like.
Oh, dude, they're gonna Johnny Cage across the chest. It's gonna be, dude. It's awesome. Dude, this is the font of family. Okay, that's what this
All
is. I don't care any other way. I don't care.
right.
All right. And thank you, Luis. You'll achieve it one day. Everyone else has. One day I will. Oh, and Randall's here too. What? Randall. Hello, gentlemen. Yeah, winds Bullhead City were up to 60 miles an hour gusts. That is crazy, right? And no, do not get my name tramp stamped on you. Don't do it. Don't do it. The Toy Geekosaurus is here as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here, hanging out. Yeah, do you want to quickly do some pickups, and then we're gonna get right into talk. Oh.
Seems like a good.
Oh,
what's that?
hang on.
Oh,
I'll be right back. Alex, take it away.
okay. Hey, everyone. I can't wait to find out what's going on with Ryan right now. But yeah, we're about to launch into pickups. Ryan's got some cool comic book related pickups. I don't have any Batman, DC, Marvel related pickups, but I did get the new like Black Series Luke Skywalker, which you can check out, and his twin Princess Leia. So that's what they're looking at. So yeah, while Ryan's away, I can admit that I do collect Black Series, or I have a few Black Series figures. I think it's a matter of scientific fact that the original trilogy is the superior Star Wars thing. It maybe is the only true Star Wars thing in existence. The first three movies. You can let me know how right I am in the chat. And I've been waiting for Hasbro to kind of do like the sort of Marvel Legends thing and like update, the core characters, because like I always gotta have like the best Luke, Leia, Han for any collection, the latest tech.
Get out of here.
The size just feels good. It's like they're not dinky. They're not. You don't need glasses to like see the details on the faces. Yeah, it's a.
What do you?
I'd say it's maybe the true size. I think this.
No. We should cancel Black Series. Cancel Black Series. Stick to Legacy scale. Keep it simple. But you know what? You do you. However, I felt like I played 2024 way too nice, and I think I'm going to go back onto the cancel Black Series bandwagon.
All right.
I feel like
you feel like it's served it's lived out its usefulness.
It's lived out its usefulness. Yeah. I feel it's time. I feel like once Canada takes over California, and once California becomes like the 10th province, and then we get Oregon as the 11th province, and then we get Washington as the 12th province, I think Canada will vote Black Series out. I think that's it. Chris B stating, I hate variety. No, because I collect 1/6 scale Star Wars, Legacy scale, Micro Machines, Micro Galaxy. That's it.
I think that there's still meat on the bone when it comes to Star Wars collectibles. Like, I know there's a lot of Star Wars stuff, but like, I know you guys have talked about this a lot. This isn't a Star Wars podcast, but I think there is something between this and the vintage collection, which is kind of a more fun Powers of the Forcey, like maybe a little more, small figures that feel like the small, like kind of Kenner size, but like heads, hands, maybe a little bit bigger, a little easier to read, maybe a little more stylized. So it's not like trying to do like Hot Toys likenesses at a scale where you couldn't possibly achieve that. Like, I think there's still more to be said in the world of Star Wars collectibles. So just throwing that out there.
No, you know what? At the end of the day, just collect what you love. in whatever scale you love. If you don't like the new stuff, buy the old stuff. If you don't like the old stuff, wait for the future and buy stuff in the future.
Yeah.
Do whatever it is you know. It's Star Wars. Star Wars, I don't care. I know this statement's overplayed so much in Star Wars, but Star Wars legit at this point, I feel, is for everyone and every collector. There's something there for you. Just know
It comes
that
for us all.
regardless what skill you're collecting, though, just know you're not going to get everything you want. And in some cases, you may not get anything you want. So just be prepared.
Unless you're a Grogu fan.
Unless you're a Grogu fan.
You'll get
Unfortunately, I love Pelimoto and Carson Teva, and they've gotten nothing.
You bet on the wrong horses there. You should have bet on Grogu.
I should.
And characters we see once on canceled Disney Plus shows.
Hey, I like that show. I like the Acolyte. I thought it stuck the landing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even say Acolyte.
Dude, you at least should watch episode 5 on its own, and then I want to know if that'll get you hooked.
Sure.
Yeah, just watch that.
Just dive into the middle. Ryan, are you really not going to tell us what happened?
Oh, I just had somebody at the door. They're going to be checking some plumbing in the building tomorrow, and they were just like, "Are you going to be home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to be home." So.
Oh, okay.
That's all it was. Nothing
It wasn't you from the future being like, "We gotta go now. I need your help."
Here's the thing, and then you wouldn't even know because I would have came back.
Yeah,
and like time wouldn't have changed. It would have I would have been dropped off right when I left.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I was never gone. But you probably see it. Be like, dude, how did your beard get like long? Just.
Why do you have a cyborg eye?
Oh, dude, how cool would that be? I just come back like one of the, what is that in Batman Beyond where they're half animal?
Yeah, like a splicer.
A splicer. That's what it would be. That's what I would do. Should we get into some pickups? Did you pick up any comics since the last we chatted, sir?
No. Oh, no, wait. Real quick. I know I already did the Star Wars pickup, but this was a Christmas gift pickup. This is my brother's in London right now, and he went to the Tim Burton exhibit there. It was all Tim Burton's works, and he gave me the book from the exhibit, and it's super amazing. If you're a Tim Burton fan, it has early drawings, like early pitches for Disney projects, like pre Nightmare Before Christmas concepts and ideas, and a few like kind of Batman sketches. I'm looking for this one Batman thing if I can find it. Yeah, look at this.
That thing is a phone book.
Yeah, look at this sketch of Batman. That's sick.
Oh, that's McFarlane right now is licking his chops and like.
I would take. Yeah, come on, bring on a figure of this. That's awesome. But yeah, so
it's not the Batman who laughs, but it's the Batman who teeths.
Oh, and they had stuff at the exhibit. My brother sent me videos and stuff of like the Superman, the Superman Lives stuff, like a maquette of like the Brainiac stop motion character that could have been. That just like it's phenomenal. Like we were so denied that movie. Some more Batman stuff. This is the matte painting from the opening shot of Batman Returns, where I believe like the Penguin's parents, you see them with the baby carriage like entering the park, and so this is like the Gotham, so that like the film is like projected, or I think the way they shot it into this matte painting of Gotham City. It's just so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Look at this penguin stuff.
Oh, look at those prosthetic sculpts too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so cool book, cool exhibit. If you're in the UK, if you're in the London area, check it out. I know it's been touring for many years, but yeah, it looks super cool. So
that is super cool, dude. I am slightly jealous for sure. That's like, dude, that's a thick book. Like, yeah, no, I dig that. hang on, because Chris B's asking, Ryan, how big were your shipments while you were away? Not that bad. 2 HasLabs waiting for me though. That's something. And they're both scattered throughout other people's places because they showed up the day I left. And because of the strikes, the post office said, we will not hold these for 15 days, business days. We will hold these for 5. Figure it out and good luck. And I did. So I have to thank my friends Paul and Tyler for grabbing those for me while I was away. All right, dude. I went back to the comic book warehouse. And this was in
Saskatoon.
In Saskatoon. And because I just had to go back. I just went through. I was hoping he was going to have more Wizards and Heroes Illustrated and Comic Scene magazine and all that stuff there. No dice, but he told me to email him because he's going to dig them out. So I will do that. So let's get into these. I picked up. Here's my Star Wars pickups. I picked up.
Oh,
a
nice.
Star Wars comic.
Whoa, that's awesome.
I bought some of these. I bought legit just for the cover. Like
yeah.
This reminds me of something you would see in Star Tours.
Is that a Chaykin cover?
I don't know.
Because he was doing those Marvel Star Wars comics, right?
Yes, he was. I picked up another Star Wars comic because I thought this also was a badass cover.
Hell yeah. The Lobo we never got on screen.
That's right. This one for every kid that got a Lobot toy, they're like, yeah, this is my Lobot. This is it.
And Lando's like, where's the off switch?
Yeah.
my butler's gone haywire.
I picked up What If Thor
possessed
or What If Rogue possessed the power of Thor.
Man,
this is a badass
I didn't even
cover.
know about that. That's sick.
Like this is where's this What If episode on Disney Plus? This is so badass.
With the power of thighs.
With the power of thighs, and then she's got like the spiked cuffs and the spiked collar. Dude,
damn,
this is so good.
Where's that?
This is one. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, where is that? Right?
Say,
where's that Marvel
figure?
Legend?
Yeah.
Man, if we only, it would look probably really good in 1/6 with the soft goods cape. If I only knew someone who worked on 1/6 X-Men figures, only just if I just knew one person. Alex, if you find someone, let me know. I sent you a picture of this one. This is something that I did not know that existed. This one came out in 94, which is crazy because I would have been right in the thick of all this stuff. This one completely passed me by. I didn't know it existed until this year. I feel like, yeah, it took me 30 years. 30 years to know, Alex. This is Superman, Man of Steel, issue 30. This is in a baggie. This image here of Lobo and Superman, this is part of the bag because it's showing you the example of what you could do with the stickers it comes with.
Brilliant.
Right? Create your own cover.
It's absolutely brilliant. It's having so much fun with the gimmick cover craze of the 90s.
This is so much fun. This is a gimmick I would bring back. If you know anyone who works at a toy company, Alex, they should do this for packaging. Create your own package. And then and it would be amazing. You could just be
do it like sculpturally, where you have it's like little magnets and it's like little 3D figures of Superman and Lobo or whoever. And you in different poses, and you can tell your own stories with them.
It's almost these Donatello.
They got magnets in them,
right?
Regardless, oh no, I mean like you get like a metal plate, or you get the background, the backdrop, and it's like metallic, and the figures are little metal pieces, so you can like stick them on and create action scenes or tableaus or. Trademark Alex Brewer on that idea.
But I like this. Lobo strikes again and again and again. Dude, this is so cool. I was trying to find 2 of these because I wanted to open one and just go for it.
Yeah.
I think it
Just
would
put every sticker on the cover, like when you press down on a Tiger Electronics screen, you see every
if you
sprite.
There's different scales to these, to like Superman and Lobo as well. So if you do it right, you could do like one of those forced perspective motions.
Yeah.
Like they used to do in Nightwing comics.
Yeah, what's that comic book effect called? Where you see like the multiple, where you have like the motion depicted with like multiple characters.
Yeah, Nightwing used to have it all the time, and I'm trying to. I can't. There's a term for that.
Effect. It's the DeLuca effect. I think named for the artist DeLuca who innovated it.
I see Allison Troy is here. I feel if someone would know, it might be her. Picked up some more classic covers to our favorite characters at DC. I picked up this Action Comics.
Love it.
With Green Arrow, Black Canary, Lois Lane. Soon as I turn this corner, I'll know exactly how Clark Kent contacts Superman. First off, this is a very attractive cover. Like, not only is Lois looking good, like this is a very classic, like you think of Superman, Clark Kent changing to Superman, this is it.
Yeah, it's very elegant and it's, its lines. Like look at that profile of Lois Lane. Like look at how well that face is drawn. Like, and that's such a hard angle where she's in profile, but like we're also, her head's kind of tilted towards us, so we're sort of looking down at an angle, and it's just a few lines and it's perfect. Like
it's perfect. Dude, it was this Lois that I noticed before the Superman. As you know, we were all Lois marks here at Gotham City tonight. We should be calling this Lois Lane every day, is what the show should really be called. But it's dude, when I saw this cover too, I was like, this is the perfect Lois. This is a perfect Superman. I'm getting this. And I get a Black Canary and Green Arrow comic with
it's
it.
Very
as
dynamic
well. Come on.
too, like does it say who the artist is on the front there?
Let's see if there's a signature. That's the problem with a lot of these older books.
Yeah,
they don't tell you. Hang on. Let's pop it open. Let's pop it open.
Damn. Ruining the value. We got a little ticker showing the value going down. Oh, look at that. Look.
No white gloves. How dare I? You got this.
Look who was in fact correct.
All right, let's see what we got here. Well, first off, let's talk about this Twinkies ad with Batman and Robin.
Oh, damn. And that's like a Neil Adams, like his studio doing that.
And the Mummy. The Mummy is in there. All right, what do we got here? Art by Kurt Swan.
Oh, sick. Does a great Superman.
Edited by Julius Schwartz. So now you know what now you know what era we're in. Oh, dude, look at this.
There you go, Randall Goose.
You're gonna tell. Come on. Come on. What are you doing to me here? This is so good. This is already so good. Hang on. I will stop flipping through it. Okay. We've got some of the ridiculous stuff of Superman.
Oh, there's some DeLuca. Yes. Wait, what's he doing? Right? Is he eating bolts?
Yes, and...
Oh my god. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
James Gunn,
Andrew,
take notes.
and Andrew, do not take notes.
Like, we got
this is ridiculous too.
I hope we see that kind of goofy shit in the movies.
Metro Bank and Trust on rockets, nice. And that's how they're stealing it?
That's one way to do it, yeah.
Gosh, this is
diabolical.
Diabolical. Like, this, okay, first off, this comic has everything
This one's for you, Ryan.
Huck 2 of those bolts. Yes. Hey, where's Haley Welch been? She got her like she took $4 million from people, and she disappeared. That sucks. Sucks for me. All right. And look at this. That's the last panel. Just Clark, how about mind your own business? Stop listening to the women in the chatting, in the break room, and just stop it. Mind your own business.
Superman was also a real jerk in those days. Nice.
We gonna talk about this Black Canary?
And that heading?
Oh. Well played. Well played. Okay.
Where's Kyle?
Okay. Yeah, somewhere Kyle's like, this is great. And that's $1 billion drug raid.
Oh, look at does he have like a shard of glass through his tricep, or is that just the angle?
I think that's just the
angle.
It's
like money falling out of the crate.
I think it's little bags of Coke, but
oh damn.
In a toy box. In a shipment that says toys.
Man, DC was really getting dark in the 70s. Was that 70s?
I guess this
when he had that Neil Adams getup.
This has to be 75. 1975. I wasn't even a twinkle in my father's eye. All right, let's keep going with these Superman books. I know that we'll get to the music, I swear to God. Hooray for Clark Kent.
What an expression. He's like, eee.
He looks like Stephen Colbert from Stephen Colbert Show era.
Yeah, the Colbert Report.
Yes, that's it. Right? I like this. Hooray for Clark Kent. Boo! Down with Superman. I again had to get it. Okay, this one's super dark, which is another reason why I was like, I have never seen this cover. I was like, I have to get it. And you could tell they were trying to do everything they could to make sure there wasn't anything around his neck, but they definitely wanted to imply it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's an image.
Can you guess who found 8 different ways to kill Superman? Can you guess?
I feel like it should make an S. They missed a bet not having the dead Superman bodies in the shape of
the symbol.
Yeah.
Just the shield. I feel like they got close. But this is
yeah.
This is
That's
some
really
dark
more of
imagery.
Like a Batman cover.
Oh, right. It was I got this one because I got hyped. I was still hyped on the trailer, so I had to get it.
Nice.
Super Dog.
Hey, don't open that one. That's probably all that stuff is probably going to go up in value.
Yeah, I got this for half price of $2.99.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good
so maybe it'll
investment.
Maybe it'll go up to $6 by July. We'll see. All right, this is the last one I got from there. This is a Batman comic. Again, I got it for the cover. That's
is that Talia al Ghul? Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I know that silhouette from the back anywhere. That is Natalia al Ghul.
She's got the belt with the holster. Yeah.
Nice try, Alex. Nice try. I see right through you. Sorry, I can't even say it without laughing because it just makes me giggle. That woman's destroying you, Batman, and you won't admit it. Either she goes or I do. The door is that way, chum. Goodbye.
Never related to Batman more.
Yeah.
Well, Robin, it's been nice knowing you.
Batman, you can't start collecting Black Series now. Goodbye, chum. There's the door.
There's the door. Old bean.
And then I went to Amazing Stories. I just want to quickly give a shout out to this because this one just came out. It's a brand new first edition Epic Collection that just came out. So it's not a. This is the first time they're releasing this in Epic Collection. It is X-Men God Loves, Man Kills.
Nice.
So it has well, the whole storyline of God Loves, Man Kills in here. It's got stuff from just like Marvel stuff, and then Wolverine issues 1 to 4. And what I forgot too, and this is what made me so freaking happy, is that right after God Loves, Man Kills, this right here, this is like one of my
image.
It is so good. And I'm not going to lie, there have been times where I'm like, do I get this jacket custom made for myself?
Yes.
Cuz I would 100% rock this.
Yeah.
Yes, right? I would 100% rock this.
It
I
probably
wouldn't even feel
it probably exists like vintage somewhere. Like those were a popular style of jacket in the 80s, I feel like.
Right? It's so good. This is like, I know I have a lot of dream Marvel Legends out there that I want, but this is like definitely in my top 10 of like what I would do to get this. And in fact,
they should. Yeah, come on. They got to
right?
They should do it.
And on top of that, I think it would be awesome if they did it like Death's Head for San Diego Comic-Con. I hate putting one of my dream figures up as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, but you can get it online usually, so
that's true too. But man, if they had like the packaging do the Professor Xavier as a jerk and she's using the pointing hand in the package.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is already a border for a window for an action figure. Like
I'll tell you what, they better do it before McFarlane does, because that would be a perfect candidate for the statue line where they're recreating the Marvel art.
Lucky for us, there's a better chance that someone from Marvel Legends is watching this and not someone from Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, well, but the heat's on. You got to
Owen, if you're watching
this, that figure. Somebody.
Owen, if you're watching this now or on the replay, make it happen.
Which
just do it.
Speaking of Marvel Legends, I saw Dan Yun. He posted something about the like new Marvel Legends wave. That's the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave that's going up for
Marrow and X-Force Nightcrawler and Husk.
I think I saw something on Instagram where he said that it's not like guaranteed that these will be at Target and Walmart. So it's like, it kind of is indicating like, if you want these, like best to pre-order them so they know what the demand is. And, so just throwing that out there that tomorrow those things go on sale. So, I think it's always good to give toy companies that kind of info if you really like something and want to see more of it made.
Hey, I just turned the page.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm going to show this off. This is a very, very inappropriate panel. And this is
in X-Men?
Yes. Magic, Impossible Man. Yeah, you heard that right. Impossible Man. Yeah, Kitty, Impossible Man, and Magic.
This sounds like an annual to me.
It is. They're at poolside. This is a very, very inappropriate panel. I'm just going to throw that out there. Shame on you.
And then Tom Selleck in the very next panel.
Yeah, and that's Impossible Man doing like Tom Selleck.
I love all the Magnum PI references in New Mutants in the 80s. And everyone's
Garfield
favorite
as well.
Garfield. Man, but when you didn't have to worry so much about like, litigation and comics and licensing.
Oh, this is like bonkers to me. All right. Do you remember who Sandy Plunkett is? He did a lot of covers in Marvel and stuff. They'd have all the stuff from the Marvels Who. So what would that be? what was the Marvel's version of Who's Who? It
Marvel
was
Handbook.
Marvel Handbook. So they've got all the X-Men and mutants in here from that year's Marvel's Handbook. He did some of them. Let's just take a look at that Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Super good.
It reminds me a lot of
Super
that.
good.
There was a Toy Biz, I think Avengers line. This was pre-Marvel Legends. And I feel like the Scarlet Witch in that figure line looked a lot like that. Maybe exactly like that. Can you imagine a time before Marvel Legends? Going way back.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I can imagine that. And when you lived it, you can be like, yeah, I remember exactly what it was like trying to race to the Toys R Us and then hope that we even got the wave that we saw in Wizard or in Toy Fair.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then, like, hey, I was all over that stuff, especially once we had like Nightcrawler and all that stuff too. Like that first wave of X-Men, it was like the biggest deal finding them. It was such a major thing. Okay.
And then
I took up 40 minutes of this. I feel like
I took
up a lot of we digest. We're going to get into the music of that. We are very grateful for the existence of Shirley Walker in our lifetime, that we get to enjoy her music and everything that she has done. Because I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me here, Alex. I feel like the music in this series is just as important as the style and as the voice acting casting.
1000%. Yeah, that was, I mean, that's one of the things that really hit me as a kid watching, is like just the music. You understand that it is a show of a different caliber. And as we'll talk about it, like the use of like the music as themes and motifs, like it almost has that like Peter and the Wolf quality of like being the perfect vessel for like introducing children to music and instruments and how they can express different emotions and personalities. I imagine, I don't know, but I imagine that show inspired a lot of kids watching it to pursue careers in music or as musicians,
or even start, like, for me it was like, hang on, I'm trying to articulate my feeling here on this, because I think you're correct that it probably did influence a lot of kids into getting into music, but not only getting into music, but listening to things that maybe weren't top 40 hits on the radio. Because I fully blame Star Wars and Batman animated series to getting me into more classical sounding soundtracks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then I don't even think I even owned the soundtracks until I was well into my 20s. For that first time.
For those. Yeah, no, it was one of those things where I remember being in high school and suddenly having that, or maybe it was middle school, like, but suddenly having that, like, man, I think I loved Batman the Animated Series. I loved that music. I loved everything about that show. But this was, pretty much pre-internet, like for certainly for seeking out that kind of thing. This was pre-DVD boxes. There was no way to like to watch those episodes if they weren't on TV anymore. Like, so I just had this like memory of like, oh, like, yeah, this, and big part of that was the music. And it was just like, well, I guess I'll never hear those themes again, other than what I like vaguely remember in my mind. Like,
right. Yeah, I agree. And Ozzy from Ozymandias Toys, right? So dynamic and moody. Agree. Duke, the music gave the series a high cinema quality like feel. It was so well done. Agreed. Yeah. No, we're going to get into like our favorites, because there's one in particular where it was like when I heard it for the first time on CD without like words, and it's like sometimes you hear that music, you hear themes right away when the title cards would come up.
Yes,
like that's what I think of. But
Alex,
this was
of like the image, like this like mysterious kind of dark, beautiful painterly image with this like classical, like Bernard Herrmann like film noir theme that
Yep.
would play. It was just like it set the mood immediately.
Yeah, you knew exactly what you were getting the moment it started. So this was your idea to do this episode. I think this is amazing. So I'm going to give you the first crack at it. What was one of your favorite themes?
Nice. Well, because it's right here. The Catwoman theme is what is
Nice.
definitely. It's funny. That was one of the ones. So this is like because like typically like we do like I feel like we haven't talked about the music on this show because like the like visual stuff is easier to convey in a podcast where we're not trying to like play clips and that sort of thing. But I will do my best to hum some of the themes that we're talking about. Like this is gonna be like not name that tune, but like tune that name. So the Catwoman theme. There's kind of two different parts of the Catwoman theme. There's the da 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 da. That's like,
dude, that's really good.
They're all burned into my brain up here, and but that's like it's got this kind of like slinky, sneaking in along the rooftops at night in Gotham. Like it is perfect. Like mysterious Catwoman, like it kind of draws you in this sort of like hypnotic way. But then,
dude, that was really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Like, we could use Jay Glatfelter for this episode because I feel like he has like a very musical, mind. But also, yeah. And then that sort of evolves into a more kind of like, I guess, like the themes that resonated with me certainly as a kid were the sort of like tragic, like melancholic theme. So then there's one that's like da 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 da. That's kind of a more sad romantic part of the Catwoman theme. And I think that's used in Cat Scratch Fever, where there's this element of like Batman's trying to help, Selena Kyle is trying to like help these strays. It's not a good episode, but it was definitely one of the ones that like I remembered as a kid, and like a big part of it was that theme. Yeah, Catwoman theme.
I can't get over how well you do that. Like that is so good. Catwoman again. There's going to be no losers here. I think everyone's got a rockin' theme. So the first time I heard this one on, like, it's one that just it hits you right away, like from the moment you see it in the title card, and then even when you get to hear it for the first time, like on like CD with your headset, you got that nice clear audio for it, and it will automatically hit your emotional state. If you start off happy, you will be sad instantly, but in the best way. And that is Mr. Freeze's theme from Heart of Ice.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I'll
take it away, Alex.
All right. Da 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 da. It's almost like it's kind of like a waltz, right? Like it's almost because it's like the music box. Like he's got the like Nora Freeze music box. Yep. It's like a very delicate. It's almost like Snowfall. Like. Da, 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 da. It's like I think it's like
hear it, yeah.
It's like those kind of like minor notes that, yeah.
Yep. It is one of those ones that like even when you first watch the episode, you're already just like, oh, like you feel something, but you don't know what yet because you haven't seen the episode, but there's feelings there. And then the moment you watch the episode, and you're already just like, oh my God, it's like, it's beautiful and it's tragic. And it's kind of what his theme is as well. Like it's, like you said, it's that waltz because it's just like, that's, and who dances in a waltz? Couples do.
Yes.
Right. And it's
a great it's a great balance. Yeah, sorry, but that's like,
yeah, no, go.
it's a great example because yeah, if you have this villain who's cold and emotionless, like having this like beautiful, delicate theme it's not hard like ice, it's like soft like snowflakes, like that
Yes.
balances out the villain, and you realize like, oh, there's more than meets the eye here, like there's contrast. And I wonder if some of that carries over, because it was pointed out in the chat, Shirley Walker did do she did the orchestration of the Batman 89 film. So like Danny Elfman was the composer, and she led the orchestra, the conductor, exactly.
Yes.
And
you,
I
Randall.
wonder, because that movie, one of the striking themes is they use Beautiful Dreamer kind of as the Joker's theme. And that's obviously like this very kind of sweet music box melody that is in stark contrast to the monstrous, murderous nature of the Joker. So I wonder if that was like kind of, if that kind of planted the seed of, because also I think Heart of Ice was like a fairly early episode in production. It's might even be like the first one in the airing order or something. I think it was like pre Mark Hamill cast as Joker, because he came in to do the sleazy boss in that episode, and then later I think got the Joker part. So it was definitely early in production. So I'm thinking that maybe that like idea of like balancing out a villain with a theme that's a little unexpected but still appropriate, like was maybe in the mix.
Right. No, I think you kind of nailed it on that one. I think I don't got nothing else really much to say to it. I think we hit every analogy, every comparison. I think like right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Again, that one is, it's low hanging fruit. Let's face it. It's such a beautiful theme. One of us was going to bring it up.
Yeah, for sure. That may have been like my number 3 or something. I'll adjust on the fly, certainly. But all right, my next one, it's gonna kick it up a little bit. It's got a little more energy. It's gonna be the Gray Ghost theme, which is that. Perfect like 1940s serial, like, which is funny because it's like that's like so much of the DNA of Batman the Animated Series, that to have, and that's in that DNA I feel like is evident in the Danny Elfman theme anyway, and also the Shirley Walker Batman theme, which we might get to in our lists. But I feel like this one is like taking it even further, where it's like it's that bombastic like like but then also obviously like used to great like dramatic effect throughout the episode too, when because these shows, they're always, it's like it's everything, right? It's like it's got the excitement, the thrill, but also like the tragedy, and it's like the sad story of a washed up actor who's he's like in desperate situation and sort of his last hurrah.
Dude, that is such a great pick.
Did that theme, does that resonate?
Yeah, like, and again, it's dude, it's funny because I kept going into my head of like, and yes, we should let's both talk about the Shirley Walker theme for the Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna put that on my, like, we know that's the best one. She broke the mold with that one, like, yeah.
She did, but we'll talk about that one last. But it was like funny because I was kept thinking about like all the villains and the sidekicks, and I completely forgot about Gray Ghost. So that is like such a great shout, because it's, again, the moment you say Gray Ghost, bang, I heard the theme song. It's, again,
and you
this
see
show is
like that flashback of Bruce Wayne, like as a kid with the like hat, and he's watching the show with his dad, like
with his dad.
Bruce, it's time for bed.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, but now we're gonna I want to get into a sidekick. I just wanted to beat you to this one. I want to talk about the Robin theme.
Oh.
And then I also want to talk about the Robin theme and how it also kind of transitions into the Nightwing theme in the adventures, right? Because you get the hang on. Do you need to hum it first? Do you remember what it is? Do you have to think?
might be kind of stumped on this one. I think the Nightwing one is definitely kind of like a bum 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 something to that effect.
Yep. Yes. So, and it's like, and the Robin theme is very similar to that. So it sounds like, I like how, like, unfortunately, Batman, the New Adventures of Batman was not done by a live orchestra, like the previous Batman animated series. But a lot of those same qualities and themes still transferred over. So we do get a little bit of that like Robinness to it. It's one of those super fun themes. It has to be. It's Robin.
Yeah.
It is. So it has to be
energy. It's ready for action. It feels acrobatic. Like it's not the melancholic Batman theme. It's not heavy. It's light and like ready to go, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. It is so damn good. And again, it's just fun. And yeah, no, I don't know. That is just one of my favorite themes. And again, it's Robin. So there's some bias there. Because he's my dude. If it wasn't for Robin, I don't know how much later in life I would have picked up. At some point, I would have picked up a DC comic. But Robin, he is my gateway drug.
Yeah,
to DC.
I mean, he was so cool. Like, the hair, the cape, very, very cool in that show.
It's so cool. It is, yeah. He is awesome. Yeah, I'll let you go with another one of your favorites.
Okay, so this one. So this one's a little obvious, standard, but I gotta go with the Joker theme. The
yes.
Because again, I think it is perfect for the character, for the way he's portrayed in the animated series. When I was a kid, the Joker scared the crap out of me. I was so creeped out and afraid of the Joker in that show, and that theme, despite being like a bright, happy ditty, took on an air of menace for me as a kid. Like, and it gets like, and they go like full goofy, full like, they break out the xylophone or whatever. Like, it's all Looney Tunes style. In the there's all these permutations of the theme too. Like, it's like a they'll do like a variety show, like like, but
yeah. Oh my god, that is like one of my favorite ones when they're the game show version.
Yeah, the game show version. Yeah,
and there's a Christmas version of it too.
Yes, yeah. They get like I listen to it again. It gets like it does goofy stuff, and then there's the like there's in I think it's like the laughing. What's that?
Dave, his door chime.
Oh yeah, or his or his car or whatever. Like like or there's even those kind of sad like. And I mean, that almost kind of sounds like Beautiful Dreamer with the like da 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 da. Anyway, but that like just the fact like because like when you were watching the old Batman shows, and if you missed the title card or you didn't like, you wouldn't necessarily know who the villain was going to be. So I remember as a kid, the Joker in particular, like he would just show up and you'd just be like, oh shit, it's a Joker episode. Oh no, there he is, like driving the car, or he's like, emerging from the shadows, and you'd get like, that Mark Hamill voice would just like instantly be in your head, and that theme of like, and you would just be like, this is menacing, this is it's light but scary. Yeah.
Well, sometimes they do it like like they would dude, the theme is so versatile,
and
it just works.
Totally. And sometimes they would bring in like kind of like a theremin too. There'd be this, so like when it got like really crazy, it's like really getting like unhinged, then you'd hear like a blah, 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 blah. Like it would be like this weird kind of like theremin-y other theme playing alongside it that like, yeah, it was just, yeah, good stuff.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to throw one out at you. And again, Alex, I was so sorry if I stump you again, but I'm going to throw one way out there. The end titles to Batman Beyond.
Oh,
Shirley Walker did those as well.
really?
She didn't do all of Batman Beyond. But she did do some of Batman Beyond. And I know she did the end title.
Because I know that like was it anything like what? That? Actually, like a cat being strangled?
It's funny now that you like, because the moment we started singing the music for the opening theme, I started imagining the opening theme, but then I started thinking of the Dan opening, and I was like, man, those are pretty similar, like with the girls dancing and stuff. And I was like, man, those are actually kind of similar.
There could be a viral recut in there somewhere.
There could be. There totally could be.
Do you remember that part in the intro that would be like,
but no, it's like, but again, if we're just talking about music in general, I think Batman Beyond's got that like metal synth sound to it that was just always wild. But yeah, she did the end credits for those ones, the closing credits for it. And again, it just shows that she's just part of that lineage.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if she did. She didn't do any Justice League, did she? I don't think so.
No, but she must have done. She definitely did the Superman the animated series theme.
Yes.
Which they talk about fits in that, like, you know, that the best Superman themes like have Superman's name in the theme. So you've got the like Superman. Hey, look up there! It is Superman.
Because did she do the Batman Superman, the new Batman Superman Adventures?
I think so. I think
that one too.
So, yeah.
The one where you actually the opening titles where you see Batman's parents get shot, lying dead in silhouette in this graphic design, which is so beautiful and tragic. Again, those were beautiful openings too. That's another episode for another time.
Yeah.
I digest. Let's just kind of went off tangent there. Alex, what's your next favorite theme?
Oh yeah, back to me. So my next one is the Two-Face theme, which is a great one. Because again, it kind of like, I feel like it plays to the psychology of the character. And the Two-Face theme, let me see if I can do it. So there's two parts, or there's like at least one version of the theme. There's sort of there's two different parts. There's a low part that's like bum, 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 and it feels as like it's got this kind of like, the whole theme kind of like feels like it has this like sense of balance, like it's trying to balance. It's this like back and forth, bum, 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 bum. And then over that low theme is a very high theme, almost like a penny whistle or something. It's kind of like this very thin, like and it's just like trying to hold on. It feels like someone's sanity, like trying to hold on, like and it starts to pick up speed, like and it gets out of balance. So like I think the high part kind of like gets faster than the low part. So anyway, it feels like something that's like two parts trying to like hold on to like a sense of stability, getting out of sync with each other,
and like fighting each other.
Yes, and opposites, one very high, one very low and sinister, and it just feels like it's that aspect of the Two-Face episodes of him trying to hold on to his sanity, and also this like, given that his psychosis is like deeply rooted in his childhood, it has this kind of like memory childhood like schoolyard with that penny whistle, like it just like it evokes all of those kind of, it feels like sort of deep rooted memories, and this like darkness under the surface with that low part, like yeah, it's just it is the character.
Yeah, it's
um
that is well, every theme's a banger, but that one too is another one when you just hear it, and even throughout the episode, like you were saying, like it shifts, it moves, but it
oh,
keeps
and
its
that
theme.
and at the end of the two-parter, there's this moment, like it's like so many moments of these songs like give me chills just thinking about it, but like there's that has that part where it's like we're like, I think it's like the denouement, like they're arresting Two-Face. So it's like he's been, like Batman wasn't able to save him, and he's like reflecting, like it's like it's a classic thing of like Batman's on like a rooftop, like looking at like the villain being taken away, and he's sort of talking about how like maybe there is still hope, like where there's love, like there's hope for for anyone, including Harvey Dent, and the theme is like this like ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da, and like the Batman theme starts to come in. It's like bam 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 bam, like it's great. Listen. I didn't do a good job. I didn't do it justice, but listen to
Oh,
the
dude,
song.
you did pretty good. You did pretty good, dude. um, these ones you should know. I feel like they should be kind of strung in together, even though they're two separate characters. You probably already know where I'm going with this. Harley Quinn
Oh
and
yeah,
Poison Ivy. Now they
yes,
probably should be separate, but like you hear both those themes together so often, and obviously Harley and Ivy. But man, that Harley Quinn theme is just, it
yeah.
is a banger.
It's so much fun. Okay, it is. Ba ba da ba da ma ba da ba da ma ba da ba da ba ba da. And then
It,
sometimes run ba-dum, ba-dum, man, ma-dum, ma-dum. Like it's again, it's like the Joker theme. It's like there's a lot of different like cartoony versions, but they're all fun and great, like Harley Quinn. So
yeah, it is perfect. It is one of those ones too where I hear it, and you hear the like little like, what is it, like drums or something, where it's like I don't know, I can't do it
yeah,
either. But
yeah,
anyways, it's just like you hear all these like little sounds and almost like zips and whatever throughout the theme, and
yeah,
you're always just like, this is great. Like
yeah.
I'm
It's
here.
got like
Yeah.
it's got like a kind of like a circus traditional circus theme, like like
Yep.
like spinning plates stuff, like it's
Yep.
but kind of like the Joker, but without any sinister elements. Like it's
It's
just
way
like
more
madcap,
whimsical.
whimsical. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
perfect word for it, whimsical. And then
That's
Poison
that
Ivy,
is
the Poison Ivy theme, so that's like the exact opposite. Like as far as I can tell, like Poison Ivy's theme is just two notes. It's just ba-da, right? Like it's just
yep.
like these
That's it.
vibes. It's almost like a doorbell. It reminds me of like a doorbell. It's like ba-da. And like but that's also kind of appropriate for Poison Ivy, who is so uncomplicated in her mission. Like they're like she's maybe the most like focused Batman villain, because she loves plants and hates anyone who harms plants. Like, it is like she's
That's
very
it.
straightforward. There isn't like tragedy, there isn't, complex psychology. It is just like she has a mission, and she's very like methodical, like she just a little bit of poison, like da-da. and
Yeah.
that's her plan. It's like poison
Yeah.
Harvey Dent, done, simple.
Yeah.
Like,
That's really it. Yeah. But it is funny because it's like, you're right. She has a very simple theme, but you know it right off the bat. Like who's on the screen.
yeah, and it's aloof and it's delicate, it's pretty, but kind of you're like, but it's pretty, but
Something's
like
off.
there's something's missing, right? Like,
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. No, she's just such a great character too. When is she shipping, by the way? Do we know?
I think probably pretty soon.
Gosh,
Don't
I
hold
hope
me
so.
to that, but yeah, it'll be before you know it, I think, with that one.
It'll be. Yeah, I'm excited. That was also my way to like plug the figure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Alex, what's your next one? And then we'll do the theme.
Yeah. So then my number one, which might be your number one, Ryan, gotta go with Clayface. Like that
100%.
theme is so good. And again, it's kind of two themes. Both represent the character very well. So you've got the menacing, like bam 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 bam, because like Clayface is a bad dude, right? Like he's bad. He delights in using his, like, he's a tragic character, but he also kind of delights in being able to like beat people up, use his powers to like mess up Batman. Like he's always smiling, right, when he's beating up Batman. So he's like classic like abuser like mentality, where it's like plays the victim, but he's like, a violent jerk who only cares about himself. And he's an actor, right? So he's going to like use his acting ability to like kind of like play on your sympathies for him, right? That's where the other theme comes in, which the other theme is that sympathetic. It is it has like a I've got to clear my throat for this one. It has like a slow build. It's like man, 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 and it's like it's sad, but it like it has these moments of, because it builds. It's like a theme that builds. It kind of, it's like it has that like return to triumphant, like, because he's a actor who suffered an accident and he's washed up, he can't get parts, so like that's this element of Clayface where he's like mourning his his past glory. It's like the character's faded glory, and that's why that scene, that finale, resonates so well, where he's being confronted with the images of who he used to be and all of his parts and all his amazing career that he's had, and he's just like can't handle it. And that theme, like man, man, da 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 dun, da dun, it just fizzles out. Like it's like it has this like crescendo, like the glory days, and then
it just
bam, 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 I'm a jerk now.
I think those were the words. Right? Like, dude, yeah, the Clayface theme is another one that's just, it's perfect. It's one of those ones that when you hear it, you know exactly who it is. And here's another thing too, we haven't really, like, we've kind of said it, but we haven't like kind of fully said it, but all the themes tell a story.
Yeah.
Right? Like every one of them. And I feel like Clayface is just part of that whole jam.
Because I don't know a whole lot about music. I'm kind of talking, out of my depth here a little bit, but like I know that like in terms of like music theory and music structure, they often talk about a question and answer sort of phrase, right? So it's like, you've got your question, like ma-na-na, I guess maybe a reiteration of the question, ma-na-na, and then an answer, or no, so the question is ba-da-da, the answer is ma-na-na, and then the resolution is ma-na-na, ma-na-na. So like a lot of times the themes kind of have that structure, and that's what gives you like storytelling, because that's like, it's like the arc of a story. It's like, I think of like the the Jedi theme from Star Wars, or the
Right.
the like da 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 da, like that's that feels like a question. And it's like Luke looking out into the suns, the two suns, and be like, what is my destiny? What am I here for? And then like this like da 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 da, like feels like an answer of like, you're here to go on an adventure, and then a resolution. Well, maybe I'll go on that adventure.
Oh my god, you just about got me down. I just about added so much onto that, because I was like, you just about threw me down the Star Wars rabbit hole, because it was just
this is a surprisingly Star Wars heavy episode of Gotham City tonight.
We'll do an episode about Star Wars comics at some point, I swear to God. But let's get to the last one. Hang on, someone mentioned it earlier. Right, King Sport, is it? Hang on, what am I saying here? Help me sound this out.
King Sport Cal, or King Sport Cal, or King's Port Cal.
Yes.
One of those.
Help us out. We're gonna talk about this right now. The intro music and the theme to Batman animated series. And yes, thank you for the sweet Lebowski sweater.
Far
thank
out.
You. Cheers to that as well.
The dole abides.
The dole abides. Gonna make a White Russian after this episode. Yes, let's. I think mostly because we know the theme. The main theme is the '89. It's the Burton theme. That was the opening for Batman animated series. But once we got into the adventure, like what just is the adventures of Batman and Robin.
Yes.
It became that end of theme. Plus, hang on, this is where I can start doing a plug for Alex and Mondo.
Yeah.
Right? It is also the theme, which to me is probably one of my most favorite themes in Batman, and maybe even superheroes, period. Is that Shirley Walker Batman theme, especially at the beginning of Mask of the Phantasm.
Yes.
When the choirs kick in.
Yes.
Just all of it. It is so good.
And fun fact, the chanting in that the choir is singing, those are the names of the producers backwards. So it's like Tim, Radomski, Dini, Altieri, like in reverse.
It's what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what this choir is singing. And if you listen for it, you can at least hear like Mitt, because Tim backwards. But yeah.
Right. I had no idea. How did you learn that?
It's just one of those. They said on some some DVD commentary at some point.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, it's just one of those things, people just know.
I'm full of surprises.
Yeah. But to me, it is one of the most, like, I hear that theme, I get pumped up. Like, It is just like, and it's funny because it's like the end credits, and I'm already like, you hear that, you're that dun 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 dun, dun, right? And then and then and you're already like ready for the next episode, but there isn't one until next week. But you're just like, it's so good. It is.
Yeah. And that main theme, I'll hum it. That bam 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 bam. And I think the Mask of the Phantasm theme is like has like a slightly different twist on it, because it's like it feels like, again, I'm not a music guy, but like it feels like more dramatic. It's like I can't even recall it, but it's like ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da. Because again, and this one I did hear a video where Shirley Walker broke down the structure of that theme in a question and answer sort of thing. So the question being ma 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 ma, and then one answer which is ba 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 da, which has kind of like a more like melancholy, Batman heaviness to it, darker quality. And then it goes again, and now there's another answer, which is a slight variation, which is and that it feels more like uplifting. And so that's sort of like, that's how that theme expresses what Batman is going through. It's like a guy who is going into darkness but emerging triumphant, right? Or more hopeful, like at least more hopeful. So ba 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 da da ba ba da 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 ba ba da da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da, and that just like that gets you to the next the next thing that he's on to.
But you're right, like even when it goes to the next thing, like even the very end of that song, it sounds like a victory. Like it's like they're victory notes. Like this is Batman has won.
Like, yes, no, like totally. And that's what makes it so versatile for your storytelling. It's like, you know when to like, and you can, because if you cut it off like and if you like segue from there, it's like, oh, Batman's still in trouble. And you won't know, because like that's what it's all about, is like us sensing when that resolution is going to come in. The second you hear that you're like, oh yeah, he did it. But then it might end up into trouble again, because it might be like and that theme also has like a great like rhythm to it, that because it's got the so yeah,
it's perfect. It's so good. It is legit one of my favorite like superhero themes like ever. Like, and you nailed it. And I just thought of this now too, like just now. We have like Spider-Verse in concert. We have like Harry Potter concerts, all this kind of stuff where they play the movie with a live orchestra.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing this with Batman animated series?
I know. That would be great.
Right? Because they even do Batman Live now. Like what?
Yeah, no, and that's amazing. Like I've seen on YouTube, like the Danny Elfman, all those amazing score. I mean, because like we could do another whole episode of like the Batman Returns score, which I absolutely love. Like that's one of my favorite movie scores, like for all of these reasons that we're discussing. Like but
when the Batman came out, they did the Batman on tour with a live orchestra as well.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, and it's just like,
I wonder if it's just harder. I don't know. Maybe it's harder because it's like different animated episodes.
Just do it. Do a melody at the end. Do whatever you need to do.
But Ryan, here's the real tough question: which do you think is the better Batman theme? The like intro '89 Batman theme, or the Shirley Walker theme?
Okay. So this goes in with what King just said. The music goes hand in hand with the opening sequence to Batman animated series. I completely agree.
Which, by the way, is the it's like, yeah,
which is awesome, and I do love that theme, and I love that opening. The lightning strike at the end. The explosion at the beginning, everything. Well, right, right. But that even like how it like starts with like the Danny Elfman theme, when you hear the low music, the Warner Brothers logo turns into the spotlight, like the headlights to the police blimps, and then you get the explosion coming out from the side of the building. Man, King nailed it, right? Like the music goes hand in hand with that opening. Yeah. And even now, when I still hear the Batman '89 theme, I think of Batman animated series before I even think of Batman '89, even though I know they're the same thing. But I still think Shirley Walker's theme is still my number one, but Danny Elfman's is like, it's right up there.
Yeah, because that like set the stage. Like it's pure bombast. There's like brass. There's darkness. It's operatic. Like it feels like like Prokofiev, like bringing it back to the Peter and the Wolf stuff, you know, like it's there's actually there's a piece by I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but Prokofiev, called like Knights. It's like Battle on the Ice or something like that. And if you listen to that theme, like, and you don't hear Descent into Mystery or like Charge of the Batwing, like it's like it could be in the Batman 89 movie. Like you could tempt that movie with this piece. If anyone in the chat knows what the heck I'm talking about, can help me out. It's like something like Battle on the Ice or something like that. It's on YouTube. It's like they use a picture of knights and stuff. Anyway, it's like it's all that kind of like instrumentation and like this is sort of like triumphant build up with like a bit of darkness. So it's perfect Batman. Like, but that said, like the Shirley Walker theme, I feel like has this like romantic quality that feels more like that sort of, you know, Zorro Batman, like that kind of like midnight crusader, like he's, you know, on, you know, adventures and is like, you know, like it has, but there is an element of sadness. Like, yeah, it's yeah.
Dude, it's first off, if you find that link to that song, send it to me so that I can put it in the description after this episode. So people can be like, oh, that.
I definitely will.
That.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a good call.
So
real quick. So
yes.
Not unrelated,
King
but
Panther.
Hypothetically, rather do a 1/6 scale Batmobile or X-Men animated Sentinel. That's a really good question. I had at one point the DC Collectibles animated Batmobile, and that thing is freaking huge in
I have
1/12 scale. So I can't even like really comprehend like a 1/6 scale. I mean, that's like insanely huge, but would be super dope.
That is a queen size bed.
Yeah, no, it pretty much is. Yes, it is. Obviously, I love that Batmobile design. I would actually really dig the New Adventures Batmobile, where it has more of like it has more of like a, I don't know, it kind of almost looks like the Simon Bisley. It's got kind of like a scoop. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, they redesigned the Batmobile. It's very sleek. I actually still have my like original toy from like the Kenner Batman line. Yeah,
I never had that one.
Boast.
So, dude, no boast.
Yeah, it's a cool design, and it hasn't been like remade to my knowledge in any way. But yeah, Sentinel, 1/6 scale Sentinel, like that would be insane.
That would be insane. Guess what? I have no room for either. But let's say I had a magic lamp that gave me unlimited space and money. Man, I'd probably end up going with the Sentinel because it would just look super impressive, even though it is a object made and fueled by hate. I think I would still get the Sentinel. It's pretty iconic. But man,
I've seen that.
I have the DC Direct Batmobile. No, I have the DC Direct Batmobile, so I feel like that's enough. And like that one's really good. And I know I've said this before on here. And you know what? I'll say it again. Get the older DC Direct version of the Batmobile. Get it before the Todd McFarlane re-release. The Todd McFarlane re-release has its issues. The DC Direct one is perfect.
Yeah. So it's a truly like premium experience. Like especially with like the lights and the like the cockpit, like just everything is like perfect on it.
It's a 2-seater.
Yep.
I don't ask for a lot, but in my Batmobiles, I expect 2 seats.
But yeah, but a Sentinel, I've seen like pictures of, there's like a Transformer someone has made. I don't know if it's like it's not Fortress Maximus, but it's one of those city Transformers, and it is like 4 feet tall. It looked from the look of it, so
Yeah,
that might be what a 1/6 scale Sentinel has to be.
Ugh, no, thank you. I just the idea of just having that like something taking up that much real estate, it stresses me out. Like my ghost, I haven't even picked up my ghost yet. It's at my buddy's place, and I think he's dropping it off on Saturday. And I'm like, I have anxiety over the size of it. King's asking here too. Alex, I saw 89 in theaters. I got to go with it. That theme helped me with Batman animated series along my way, sparking interest into comics at that time.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
dude, I think that's the one. Then that is your theme. That's the one you got to go with, right? Like 100%. I love that. I want to bring this one up too. Stephen Lawrence, Mondo's Batman the Animated Series Volume 1 on vinyl box set is like $1,000 plus now. Volume 2, is more like 300 now. Maybe Mondo should re-release those.
Well, maybe and to wet your whistle, we do have our on mondoshop.com right now our vinyl of the Mask of the Phantasm soundtrack. It is up now.
Is it up now? I was trying to find the link for it, and I could not find the link for it.
Yeah, let me just.
Oh, there it is. I got it. I had to look I was looking under the wrong thing. I got it. Hang on. We are going to present this as it deserves to be. All right. This is our plug. This is our plug for tonight.
And this soundtrack is so good. Like thinking like it really like Shirley Walker like really got her Bernard Herrmann on. Bernard Herrmann scoring many amazing films, but namely many of Hitchcock's movies, including Psycho. And this just has that like sort of dream-like because a lot of the movie is in flashback, and it's also very mysterious, and it's sort of exploring aspect of Batman's past of regret and what could have been, and like the music totally reflects that. There's a beautiful love theme, like romantic theme for Bruce and Andrea. Also, like I don't know if you can see behind me, but the it goes great with the Mask of the Phantasm figure, 1/6 scale figure that I got to sculpt, and it shares artwork by Danny Haas, who did both the packaging artwork for our figure and also for the vinyl record here. And it's like so awesome. I just love that the Phantasm emerging through the smoke, and the graveyard scene with so like Bugsy, the mobster, Buzzy. I know Chucky Saul is like earlier or later.
If you like good music and you like vinyl, this is going to be the one to get. Look at this. Oh, and it's up for. Oh, I thought this was only up for. You can get it now. You can get or your Phantasm Smoke.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, talking like I've never gotten to listen to these themes on vinyl, and I imagine it's amazing. Like I've only heard it on streaming or on DVD, but like this music really deserves like the best treatment to listen to it. Because again, too, like it's like we were spoiled because it was an orchestra, full orchestra. It was basically what Warner Brothers was using for their feature films being used for this cartoon. So it really has like a full like motion picture quality to it, to the sound and the instrumentation.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this either. You probably do. I'm going to assume you do, Alex. But for those who don't know, Batman the Animated Series is the last TV show, period, to use a live orchestra for its music. Not just an animation, but just period. It is the last show to get a live orchestra soundtrack.
I didn't know that.
And I think that's pretty amazing, and also sad, because it's what we. I don't know. You feel it. There is something there, and
Could
again,
you
like,
could you imagine being Bruce Timm and Eric Radomski? Like you're working on this show, you're putting everything into it, and then you hear the music, and it's these beautiful arrangements done with a live orchestra. Like you just be like, oh my god, we're making the best thing ever.
Oh, I think they knew. I bet you the moment they heard Kevin Conroy for the first time,
Oh yeah,
and then those themes, they were probably just
Yeah.
like, boom,
yeah.
give us. We're gonna be swimming in daytime Emmys.
Making shows is easy.
Making shows is easy. Yeah, like for real. It's really unfortunate that like this movie didn't get like nominated for like best score or anything like that, because it is it is right up there with anything else, really. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, hey, we've been doing comparisons with this with Star Wars and all that, and John Williams, and I mean, and Danny Elfman. She's up there.
This is
and
yeah.
I think someone in the
this
chat
soundtrack
way
would be
earlier
a great.
has said, yeah.
Oh yeah, go on. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying,
this
someone in the
soundtrack
chat
is.
earlier. Yeah. Oh, we're both doing it. We're
Yeah.
both doing it. Alex, you're gonna go first. Boom, go.
I was just going to say that I feel like this soundtrack is a great companion to the '89 and Batman Returns scores, because it like similarly has like it takes you through the story of the movie. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and someone in the chat earlier said too that Shirley Walker didn't get this kind of notoriety until unfortunately till like really after she passed away, and that's when really the soundtracks kind of came more available. The internet helped with that, I think, right? And again too, like all the soundtracks, if you don't want to pay the $1,000 for the box set from Mondo on the secondary market, I mean, these things, they are on YouTube, they are on Spotify, Apple Music, all those, anywhere you can pretty much find soundtracks, you can find them to listen to. When you go for a walk, pop in your earbuds, man, and listen. Like it's good stuff.
But also
And
the best way to let us know that like that would be an item that you'd like to see re-released is to buy the current one. Like it does, that is a way to let the powers that be know that a re-release might be something worth pursuing.
Yeah, or maybe just even a brand new release with something different, different art.
Oh,
Different
absolutely.
Vinyl,
Because
Yeah,
it is,
like
yeah, 100%. Like, and it is kind of hard to track down some of these, even on YouTube and online, it can be hard to track down some of the themes, some of the more, deep cut themes, for each episode. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah, totally worth it.
And I know it wasn't done by a live orchestra either, but even like I don't think, well, no, I don't think they've ever released the New Adventures of Batman on a soundtrack.
Really?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to remember, like the music really changed at that point. Like they stopped, they didn't do as much with like themes, I feel like, and you never heard the classic Batman theme or really any of the classic villain themes during that era, right?
I feel like everything shifted. Oh man, see, that's why I want to listen back. Maybe I should just watch that season again. It's been so, because usually when I rewatch, it's usually the first 3 seasons.
I remember, I remember that 4th season, the music feeling kind of more generic. The melodies didn't really stay with you as much. Like, like does like Cover Girl have a theme, or I mean Calendar Girl have a theme, or like
right, or Roxy.
I don't think they even use the old themes either. Like they don't, you don't hear like the Mad Hatter's theme or Joker's theme. Like I think I guess I remember well, Nightwing obviously has a great theme. And I remember the Creepers theme as being that like dun, 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 Like, that's all I remember.
that was really good. The moment you started doing it, I was like, oh man, that's such a good episode. That is such a good episode.
That is a great episode for sure. I mean, that was a good. There's some real gems in that season for sure.
Right. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna try and find those on tonight too. I'm gonna try and see if they're on YouTube. Let's bring up a couple things as we wind down. John, he says insanity. He did bring up at one point. There's been a few toy leaks. I don't know if you saw any of them, Alex. There was a superpowers leak with like Deadman, Nightwing.
Whoa!
I think it was just the list.
Oh, just one of those like listing things.
And I've been so busy today that I actually haven't even had a chance. But Craig Goldberg gave me a scoop today as well. He said, I saw this posted. Do you think it's real? And I hope it's real. But apparently, Spin Master, who's doing those classic retro, like not classic retros, but they're kind of more of a Kenner style. They did a Batman Returns figure, a Dark Knight Rises Bane figure. Apparently, they're doing a whole full wave of Superman figures of Superman 1 to 4.
Whoa.
They're doing a set of Batman Returns, another Batman, Penguin, and Nightwing. Also all done in a Kenner style. And I guess it all goes in line with this, like, you know, those Kenner Batman Forever Target exclusives that just came out?
Yeah.
Or that they showed with the Hydra Robin and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were
so
with the crazy head Batman.
Crazy head Batman.
We pulled him out of the mold before the plastic had finished curing Batman.
Right. So that one. And what has me like, first off, I want to get into those figures in 2 seconds, where it's just, why would they make Hydro Claw Robin again instead of just doing regular Robin and regular Batman? Like, just, I don't know. I don't know.
By the way, I feel like so I sent you that thing that was like the merchandising guide for Batman Forever, right? If you see the images of Robin, like his they must have changed his costume very late in production, because like you see those earlier images, they look more like that toy where he's got the strange mask, the different Robin logo, and that kind of like bandolier thing. Like that clearly was like the design that they were giving to everyone making product for that movie, and then they changed it some point after that to be a little more classic looking, I guess. Right. But anyway,
hang on.
That's
Before we get into these Superman figures, I just want to acknowledge a super chat from Jacobson. Thank you so much for the $9.99. Yes, I remember when I was a kid, when I played with my Batman the Animated Series figures, I always sang the music with the series, especially when Batman showed da 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 da.
I was right there with you. Definitely did all the theme music while playing.
I love that. John, I've been telling us all for the last 7 to 8 months that Spin Master's coming out hard this year. It sounds like it. Like I love that they're doing Kenner style Superman, like Superman 78 figures.
Let me just process this for a second. So they're doing so it's in the style of like this, but Superman. Yes. That's what you're saying. That's insane.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It is awesome. So if that's true, it sounds everywhere, like, you know, when I feel like this rumor in such a way, toy rumors are different than movie rumors. Movie rumors get started by somebody just speculating and somebody going, hey, I like that idea. Let's roll with it. And then the speculation turns into rumor. The rumor turns into news on Variety. As someone who works in film, I've heard so many rumors of like, hey, I bet this is true. This sounds true. It's like, no, it sounds good. I can tell you, especially if it's like,
not true. Yeah, especially if it's like too good to be true. 'Cause if it's something that,
Yeah.
like, fans want too much, it's like, well, maybe. But I could see them doing, I mean, because they are doing the Batman Forever figures, like, but they better
Yeah,
not
same
just do
here.
Superman. Don't just do Superman and like Tech Shield Superman and like Fortress of Solitude suit Superman and like, do Lex Luthor with like
Yep.
a
Do Otis.
removable wig. Yeah, Otis. Do Lois Lane, for God's sake. Heaven help you if you don't make a Margot Kidder,
Yeah.
Lois Lane with a pack
Which is
of
that is a toy.
cigarettes.
Yes.
And
That is a toy
Tang.
that is so long overdue. Like,
Yes.
Margot Kidder should have had so many toys by now. She hasn't had one, which is, I think it's a shame. It could be a rights like this thing. Who knows? Maybe people have
And-
tried.
Oh,
Uh,
and a Clark Kent like revolving door playset where you can put him in, you revolve the door and he's Superman. Come
Hey,
on.
Don't steal my ideas and throw them up on here. I
Whoops.
with Alex, I think we did it. I broke down a whole entire Daily Planet playset one time to Alex, and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't think that's happening."
Miss Tessmacher, yes.
Yes, agreed. Matt Bush saying I even saw a rumor for Nuclear Man. Right? Yeah, this
I don't think we're gonna get that one.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that one either. Jacobson, will they make the scary robot lady from Superman 3? God, I hope so.
I imagine they'll do like
think
a Zod and a Ursa or
Ursa. Yep.
Yeah.
Do the kid that fell into the Niagara Falls?
Yes. Come on.
Yes. Make him. I hope we do get a Clark Kent figure, like his Clark Kent. The superpowers one is close, of course it is. That's my goal this year.
But I want his Clark Kent in the like that like sweater, kind of like the one like what you're wearing now, because like that was like he wasn't always in the. We always get Clark Kent figures in the suit, but I feel like the Christopher Reeve Clark Kent often had like the cardigan look.
Could we get a 2-pack of Fortress of Solitude Lovers Night? Can we get that?
Yeah. Oh, a playset that's the diner with that bully that he beats up in the end.
And can we get Kid Clark Kent having to clean up the football equipment? Can we get that one too?
Come on, yeah.
Come on. Give
the people what they want. Give us Marlon Brando forgetting his lines. Give him a voice chip where he calls him JL or Wally, whatever his name is, Ralph.
I would not be mad if they did Mom Pa Kent. I think, but again, I feel like I'm the only person that asks for this crap and nobody else wants it. Like, I talk about this with Marvel Legends all the time where I'm like, get me all the supporting cast of Spider-Man. Get me everyone he hangs out with in college. Get me Flash Thompson. We've gotten close because we've gotten Aunt May, J. Jonah Jameson. Of course, we got MJ, Gwen Stacy, right? Yeah. But get me the Osborns, like in just their regular clothes. Get me Flash Thompson. Yeah. Get me Robbie. Get me Betty Brant. Like, I want all of that. And I feel the same way with Superman, where I'm just like, I want Clark, but I want Mom, Pa Kent. I want Lois.
Harry
I want the
White.
Daily Planet crew. I want
Jimmy Olsen.
I want Jimmy Olsen with 10 alternate heads. One taking a photo, one shocked, one checking his watch to call Superman. Dude, okay. This is shit we don't see anymore either. Get me a Jimmy Olsen figure that comes with a watch, an actual watch.
Yeah.
That you can wear that looks like it's a homing beacon for your best friend, Superman.
Yeah.
Give me that.
1,000%. Well, maybe Spin Master, that's kind of their
seems like
their wheelhouse. But yeah, this is super. So what else? So they're doing the Superman movies and new Batman Returns figures.
New Batman Returns? Yeah, I'm
again in
assuming
this style.
in
Or
this
is it
style?
because like the Batman Forever figures are more or less look to be reissues or
There's no pictures. There's
rescans or something?
Yeah, there's no pictures or anything. This is just people putting list and like pictures from the movies of like, we're getting this in Kenner style. That could mean anything, because technically those Batman Forever figures are in the Kenner style, but in the Kenner Batman Forever style, not the Kenner Dark Knight Collection style.
Wait, I'm
right?
confused.
It's dude, because the Batman Forever. Hang on, I wish everything's up on a wall high up. I can't get to it.
We need another episode to unpack all of this.
I think so. Guess what? We're gonna get into this next episode. We're gonna talk about. We're just gonna talk about Superman and his supporting cast and what action features they should have.
Mom, yes, Pa would every Kenner style. Could we get like the Legends of the Dark Knight, Ma and Pa Kent?
Yeah,
it's like
the Legends of Batman style, where he's got like his
pirate Pa Kent.
Yeah. Can we get medieval Lois Lane, please?
Yeah. Get ancient, Babylonian Martha Kent.
Yeah, I feel like John knows something here. John, do you work for Spin Master, but you're not allowed to? You're under like a pseudo name, and you're trying to like. Anyways, John, let us know what's happening here. He's saying loads of retro, loads of modern figs for Batman, video games, TV, and film. That's a lot. That's legit a lot to unpack. Randall Guzik.
Oh, wow.
I keep saying Guzak. I don't know why. Where's that coming from? Supergirl is listed a female character, a woman, a girl, a Supergirl. I'm assuming that's through Toddy McTodster. Like, I mean, he made Harley Quinn, right? So, I mean, yeah, Stanley, if they make Bob the Goon, a new Bob the Goon, I'd be down with that.
Oh, so there's both McFarlane Toys listings and Spin Master.
There
so and Supergirl is not rumored as part of Spin Master's thing.
I don't know where this stuff came from. I just don't know.
All I saw today was a ice Batman, a Batman made out of ice. And you guys,
I saw that too.
You guys have all the goods.
Oh man, sometimes I'm just like, I wonder what's gonna happen with that this year. It's hard to say.
Oh, Randall's saying it's part of the Supergirl is part of the Spin Master list.
Oh, he sent me a list. He sent me a list. Hang on. Randall, I'm checking. He is checking. Okay. Here we go. DC Retro Collection from Spin Master. Superman 78. We're getting Superman, Lex Luthor, General Zod. Obviously.
Okay.
Supergirl 1984.
Oh, nice. So was
right?
it Slater? Helen Slater?
Helen Slater? That sounds right.
Yeah.
And then Superman 87, Nuclear Man. Mm-hmm. No Lois Lane listed. Someone at Spin Masters, if you are listening, for the love of God, we need a Lois Lane and we need Notice. Like, we needed these like 5 years ago.
And we need the Lex Luthor to do this, to have this kind of feature. And or maybe if like the toupee can spin. That's key. Fun.
Toupee Spin Masters. Also on the list, Batman 89, Batman, and Joker. Again, could we get
those are probably reissues? Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be cool.
Vicky and Bob
that we never got in the line.
Put things we never, and actually give us a Joker, a Kenner style Joker where they're the mimes.
Yeah, and he's like,
it's
like, this is the pen that he signed it with, or whatever the line is.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
And a Batman Returns 3-pack of Batman, Penguin, and Catwoman. So that's the rumor list. Still a good list. The Helen Slater is a great addition. But come on, let's get Lois Lane. Let's get a Margot Kidder Lois Lane. Who are we kidding here? Right? I know Allison's with me. 100%. I think Andrew's long gone from this episode. He was like, I can't stand listening to these straight men try to sing. I'm out of here. But Allison is here. She's stuck with us. Thank you so much. Lois Lane, Lana Lang, Selena from Supergirl movie. Stat. I agree. I am 100% on board with this. But again, like I said, Vicky Vale, give us
Chase Meridian.
Chase Meridian, Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
Right?
Max Schreck.
Max Schreck.
Yeah.
Give me his Don Jr. type son. Give us that too. Give us yeah.
No, Dad, save yourself.
And he does. He fucks what an ass. Anyway. All right. Okay. We'll wrap it up here.
Who would you rather see waist deep or neck deep in a pile of toxic sludge? Me or Chet?
Yeah. That's pretty good too. One last thing. Okay, one last plug before we sign off and get the heck out of here, because we're going to come back to this next week. We have to, apparently. Yes, and more Penguin. Thank you, Johnny Disco. I agree. More of that. Alice, maybe we can get Alice back next week, because guess what? Season 1 is done in the books for All Haven Academy. It is all up there, linked below on webtoons.com. 50 issues.
That awesome. Is. We gotta do a dedicated episode to All Haven Academy. Like that's a real achievement. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's something that should be celebrated, because I don't know anyone. Like, I know Dan Schoening. He was the artist on IDW Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like he's done over 100 issues of Ghostbusters. That is mind blowing, and that is a great achievement to have. At all, sure. Right? Anyone who gets to do, I think she wrote and drew 50 issues of a comic. That's insane. While working
doing
a full-time
another job. Yeah.
Yeah. While working a full-time, and she was still popping on this show every now and again. Right? Like, it's just blows my mind. I'm so proud of her. I am so stoked. So let's everyone catch up on All Haven Academy. We're gonna do a special episode in the next few weeks. And they're easy reads. They are easy reads. I know it sounds like 50 issues. They are easy read, folks. And it's so good, and it's so much fun to read. Read it on your tablet. Read it on your phone. That's how they're meant to be read. Yeah. It's super good, super stylized. It's great. Again, link to Mondo below as well. The Mondo Shop. That's linked below. We've got friends and people that have been nice enough to sponsor us as well. Right? We've got these limited edition cell arts and stuff that we have been getting. They are also linked down below. I think it's like Naftos. I keep wanting to say like NAFTA, but that is like something completely different. Naftos. You
got some Care Bears there.
I got Care Bears.
Nice.
Alice got Batman. You got Batman.
I got a Batman.
I got Care Bears. Care Bears has got a lot of legacy up here in Canada. I don't know if people know that.
Oh.
A lot of Care Bears was made up here. And it's great. And I love it. And I'm proud of that. And yeah, no, I think that's really it. We got friends links down below of people that have just wanted to be like, hey, help promote our stuff. And I'm like, we like your stuff. We'll help you promote it. And as well, like I said, Mondo link, All Haven Academy link, they're all down below. Man, we will see. Is anything last thoughts?
Nope. I think that covers it.
No, my style guide does not come in, Randall. I'm hoping that it'll be there when I get there on on the weekend.
Style guide.
That style guide. Remember, you can murder somebody with that book. It's so big. I'm not saying you should. unless maybe they're a CEO. If they're a CEO, well, I'm not going to say I give you permission, but I'm just going to say I might look the other way. I might look the other direction. Be like, oh, a Luigi who? I've never met a Luigi. And then that's it. I just got super political at the end. You know what?
On that note.
That's it. Everyone have a great night. We will see you next Wednesday. And thank you for tuning in to Gotham City Tonight.